What's up, guys? I'm Ashley Jenkins. Today is Halloween and games are getting into the spirit with dozens of them running spooky events or releasing pumpkin-themed content. Gearbox has released the first of their Headhunter DLC for Borderlands 2 titled TK Baja's Bloody Harvest and a set of shift codes you can redeem for Halloween skins for your character. Team Fortress 2's Scream Fortress lets you cast magic at your fellows with spellbooks in a Hell Tower payload map, plus their set of scary hats, of course, through November 11th. Serious Sam 3 is getting into the spirit with jack-o'-lantern items scattered around maps and a pumpkin goo blood replacement. Minecraft for Xbox 360 has released a free Halloween-themed texture pack that you can only get through November 3rd. Payday 2 is handing out scary masks and items through their event that runs until November 4th. League of Legends is bringing back their annual event, The Harrowing, and you can mystery gift randomized skins to your friends, and those random skins include legendary and ultimate skins. Animal Crossing New Leaf has a pumpkin head visitor wandering town who will give you masks to scare your villagers with, and there are a ton more events going on. In slightly less spooky news, Nintendo has released a new trailer for The Legend of Zelda: A Link Between Worlds that shows off some of the dungeon puzzles you can expect to encounter and how items will upgrade. Of particular note is the return of the bow, ice wand, and fire wand, which each function pretty much as you'd expect, but get especially badass once you upgrade them. The bow will fire 3 arrows at a time, the ice wand will shoot out 4 blocks of ice instead of 1, and the fire wand will shoot fire tornadoes instead of your everyday sissy fireball. And speaking of Link, Nintendo has also shared that a cartoon series called The Misadventures of Link, based on Wind Waker HD, will hit the 3DS video app tomorrow, along with others. A faux-nature documentary series about Pikmin, Wild Heart Ryukyu, from the creator of current 3DS video series Meet or Die, and for the Catbug fans, Bravest Warriors will also be available. Next up in cartoons, Ubisoft has announced that South Park: The Stick of Truth has been delayed from a December release to March 4th next year. Of the delay, South Park creators Trey Parker and Matt Stone said, "Getting the game up to the crappy standards of the show has been a real challenge, and we're excited to say it's taken way longer than we thought it would." Also, following the response from fans disappointed to learn that some single-player content in Assassin's Creed 4 required a Uplay passport, Ubisoft's version of an online pass, they've announced they're following EA's lead and retiring the program. Ubisoft's Gary Steinman stated, "Games today are blurring the lines between offline and online, between what is single-player and what is multiplayer. Based on that and on the feedback we received from you, we recognize that Passport is no longer the best approach. The online pass will be made freely available for download on Assassin's Creed 4 and will not be a part of their future releases." Moving on to hardware, following fan reactions from yesterday's Sony confirmation that PlayStation 4 won't support media servers or DLNA capabilities, today Sony Worldwide Studios president Shuhei Yoshida revealed they might reconsider, saying, "Had a very good discussion with the PS4 dev team today. We're happy and appreciative to learn so many people use and like PS3's media features." Microsoft is also interested in adding new features for Xbox One post-launch, and in response to a query about digital gifting, Larry Herb, known more commonly to gamers as Major Nelson, said, "It's a great feature we'd like to add in someday, but it won't be in there at launch." Finally, gaming travelers rejoice. The Federal Aviation Administration has announced that they've concluded electronic devices are safe for use at all stages of flights, meaning we'll soon see an end to the requirement to turn off our 3DSs, Vitas, and laptops and stare at the back of our seat during takeoff and landing. The FAA will work with airlines to provide guidelines for implementing new rules, and that could begin rolling out before the end of the year. Airlines will have to prove their fleets can tolerate the small amounts of radio interference from electronic devices before they can change the rules. But given the heavy push from airlines and the public for this change, it shouldn't be long before we're all happily playing while we leave the ground behind. And that's the news for today. There are dozens more Halloween events we didn't have time to mention. If you know of one, share it in the comments below and let us know what you thought of today's news. Then check out roosterteeth.com, where we have a new episode of RWBY going up tonight, and we're streaming a spoiler cast for Ender's Game tomorrow.